Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Man United podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related. It is international break. So what we are going to be discussing today mainly is, can Manchester United have a good season? I think it's a rhetorical question, but I needed a topic of conversation. So let's have the topic of conversation, because doing the fan calling show yesterday and the top eights, a lot of people had United higher than I expected, even non-Manchester United fans. But a lot of that was Ten Hag's getting sacked. I could see Rude being interim or another interim coming in and United going on a run. So we'll be discussing that, but run up the likes first and foremost, people. Run up the likes, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live. Hit the like button on the video. Please make sure you share across all the socials. That's me, Flawless. At Sarcasm City TV. At Sarcasm City TV. And that's me, Flawless, across all socials. So please retweet and like from Twitter/X. Make sure you share from the Instagram, and just as important, road to 13,000 subscribers here. Hit the subscribe button on the channel, people. Hit the notification bell as well. I see Ends already in the chat trolling the joke, man. Big up to Gaz, who's set it off straight away. He said that early as well. He said, not with that bald fraud here. Damn. Big up to Warrior J. Ends. Make sure you subscribe to this Joke Man's channel as well. Big up to Steve. Also, let's see what else you lot are saying. Big up to Hanno also. Shouts to Hanno. Big up Dal as well. Look at us. I'm surprised Arsenal fans are in good spirits, but we move. I thought their season was over after the Odegaard injury. Big up to Nuru. All love from Ethiopia. Hey, big up, man. Love that. You know what I'm saying? Love that. And speaking of Ethiopia, shout out to man like Eddie in the cut. Yes, family. What are you telling me? You good?
I'm good. I'm actually stateside now. I'm on the way back to Cali. Little brother's in New York. So I was like, let me slide on through, see what he about. But yeah, hey, you in peak flawless Simeone vibes with this one, brother. What's this question I hear? Can United have a good season? What we
You
doing?
know what? I couldn't come up with a title. I was like, what are we going to discuss? There's been actually no new news breaking. So I was like, you know what?
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Bear in mind, where did you have us again? Didn't you have us fifth or sixth? Where did
I
you have
had a I
United?
had a stir. I had a stir, but it was all agenda based. It was agenda based. It was agenda based. Again, I'll never say Liverpool is gonna do better than us. I'll never say Chelsea's gonna do better than us. Fuck Arsenal. Who cares? They're never gonna win shit, so I don't have to really worry about them. And then City, it's the inevitable. So I just like fuck it. I gotta have some dubs. So that's why I came to Liverpool ninth, Chelsea eighth, United third. All
That's
agenda. All
all
agenda.
it-
No type of rush.
with me, it's not even a gender. It's like there's people that believe this. That's where more so the question comes from. Because when I was, like I said, when I was doing the fan calling show yesterday, when I've done it previously, and people have spoken about Manchester
Yeah.
United, a lot of that new season optimism has disappeared because of the first three games. But people still believe United
Yeah.
can do bits. Why, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Why, I don't know.
The
But
hope.
big up.
The hope.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? That is true. Big up to Lahale as well. Big up Prashant, who
Shout
says
out.
big up, bruv. Flawless from Malaysia. Hey, big up each and every time, man.
Shout
Large up
out.
everyone
Shout out.
that is tapped in. But yeah, Eddie, we'll go there. Like, I see your name says pray for us. So
Yeah, dog. Brother is the man. What's so funny? It's like I repeat it all the time. It's like people come through and question why we have the ideas about this club that we have, and I just have to sit there and just like, yeah, God bless, bro. Just sometimes I snap. Sometimes it's like, yeah, let me just pray for you, bro. So people can pray for us while I pray for the mothers who think, shout out to what we say, 70 or was it 80? They didn't say, they said 70, right?
nah, you could say 70, 75 to 85, 80,
Yeah.
85, 88, 90. They're like the
It,
six
it all
golden
hits
years
the
that
same.
I'm talking about.
It all hits the same, huh? Holy hell. Yeah, bro. I'm at a loss for words, bro. Because at least again, people ask, well, you had a start. I said, because I'll never pick those other two scrub ass clubs to finish before us.
That's
So
fair.
there's an agenda. It's not
That's
based in logic. If I'm talking purely logic, right?
mm, yeah.
The only hope that I can think is that we fire this manager. And if we don't fire him, it's fucking 7th, 8th, 6th. 6 if we get lucky. 6 by like 2 points. It would have, because last year, bruh, 4th through like 8th was decided by like
8
6 to
points. Yeah,
7 points,
yeah,
right?
it was
8
8 points.
points.
Yeah, 8 points. We were 8 points off fourth. We were 8 points off Villa. Yeah.
And
So
those margins, I honestly believe you can attribute to how good of your job your manager has done this season. Because it's 2 games, right? Emery, for the most part, steadied the ship. Of course, they had L's, but they had some really solid wins. They had some consistency in the way that they play. Ange, same way. Injuries, the whole Harry Kane situation, and the fact that, let's face it, people, they're fucking Tottenham. So there's like a cap on what they can do. Sorry, Giz, but even it's true. It's like they're capped at second. It's some weird shit. They're capped at second, no cups
right.
whatsoever. Shout out Rhino. What up? What's good, my
Big up
G?
Rhino. Good time. Are you saying
And
Rhino? You
then,
good fam?
Yeah, there, man. There, I see Eddie in the sun.
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Living
man.
life.
Shout out. I got enough for my UK brothers. Brothers. I'm trying to pass the rays through the screen and shit. Let y'all see what it feel like right now. And I'll play. What's good with you, bro?
No, we're chilling, man.
But yeah,
Been
bro.
a minute, man.
It's
Good to catch up with you, man.
Yeah, for real. Nah, it's good to have you back, bro. Good to have you back, man. So yeah, it's like when I look at Ten Hag, and it's like he getting smoked by, what was it, Bournemouth at home? It was Bournemouth did 3-0 joint, right?
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth did the 3-0 joint.
I'll never forget that game.
Palace gave you 4-0. Palace gave you 4-0. That's strictly manager based, homie. That's strictly I set us up to fail from not even minute 1, from the start of the game. You had no chance because of what I decided we were going to set up with tactically. So for me, if I'm being honest, I'm being truthful. If we don't sack this dude, it's curtains. The curtains are on the wall, and it's only
the curtain is on the wall. But let me ask you, Eddie, because that seems to be the general consensus from most is once he gets sacked, Manchester United will be better, which I do agree with. Just despite who it is, just a new manager bounce and just the negativity leaving, and it's just like the black, like in Mario Kart when you get hit with the black cloud and the cloud's over.
Oh yeah,
like
it makes you drive slow in that.
Yeah, it makes you drive slow. Like that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So
these connections.
Just not having the cloud. When do you realistically think he'll get sacked?
I would say with the old regime, they got to get like to the absolute bottom of the barrel before they sack him. But I think if they just get consistent, my fault for the airplane noise and shit.
Oh, good for me.
If they consistently are just poor, I think after the next international break that we have is when it would happen. The good thing is, though, I could be wrong and it could be early because I think with Rude being there, he's familiar with the team. They're familiar with him, so I think the transition wouldn't be too difficult. Only thing that I would be wary about is whether or not he has the balls, honestly, to make the changes that I believe are necessary for this team to somewhat be successful. Like you just gotta start holding players accountable. Like again, I understand he makes 300 and whatever the fuck he makes a week, but Marcus Rashford got to see the game from a different angle at this point, bro. Because it's just so bad what I'm seeing from him. And then you got to tell Bruno, look, hey, Bruno, the sport we're playing is called football. We're not playing tag where you feel the need to chase the goalkeeper every fucking second of a game. Relax a bit. Man your position, like hold your position in the midfield. You get the ball in that area, make the simple play. Right? We just need accountability on all pitches. Onana, let me tell you something right now, bro. And I want Rude to use the bruh, the homie, the other vernacular you hear your boy using. Get your shit together and stop thinking you this bad man that's gonna scare people from goal scoring. Cause you're not blocking shots, so you think you just gonna show him the whole fucking goal and be like, oh, I dare you to. Bitch, he shot it. What are you gonna do now? You feel me? Like, he just got to hold people accountable, man. I think at that point we might see a change if Rude comes in. But if Rude comes in and it's more of the same, then at this point I'll be like, you know what? Any else? Yeah, y'all on thin ice. They're not on thin ice now, right? Like, there's a little crack in the ice because he's still here. And there's a little crack in it, right? Because he's still here. But it's like I can't see that transfer window and be too critical just yet, because it seems to me that they do have a plan.
All right, first, Rhino. What are you saying? Obviously, it's been a minute since we spoke, a strong minute. So this is, I don't even know if we spoke this season. But anyways, thoughts overall on what you've seen so far from the Fulham game, the Brighton game, the Liverpool game. Yeah, because we haven't spoken that long.
Yeah, man, it hasn't been a good start to the season at all. Obviously, I, as a United fan, wanted to kind of have a new mindset, have a fresh new mindset. We've got good structure around. Obviously, fair enough, I don't believe in Ten Hag, but let's see what we can get out of him while he's here.
Oh, you was on that train. All right, first,
nothing's gonna change. It is what it is. I don't want him. I don't agree with Ineos. But cool. They've got an idea to keep him in, put certain things around him, and I believe they got a contingency plan. So based on the fact that I believe they got a contingency plan is what kind of helped me to say, you know what, cool. I'll firm it for now and see what I go on. Yeah. 3 games in now, it hasn't looked good. There's been tiny. I don't even want to call them improvements. There's been stuff that we're doing poorer that we're doing maybe just poor now. So it is technically an improvement, but it's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? For me to kind of think that Ten Hag is going to turn it around. So yeah, bruv, the Liverpool game was just a shocker for me. I don't even care. Well, the Fulham game we won. Which game did we win 1-0?
Fulham won.
Fulham we won 1-0, innit?
Yeah.
That's when Diallo scored, innit? The deflection kind of goal.
No. That's Brighton game.
That's Brighton game. Xerxes, that's it. Xerxes scored the flick goal. So it was Fulham, then it was Brighton, then it was Liverpool. That's it. Yeah. So these games have been rocky. Obviously, last minute we're conceding to Brighton. The same kind of Ten Hag conceded the most last minute goals. It's mad. You feel me? So yeah, man. Based on my mindset at the start and then seeing it 3 games in, Ten Hag's in trouble, innit? I don't even want to go on this whole he needs to get out, whatever. He's just in trouble, bro. He needs to sort it out because from what I understand, Ineos have decided to keep him in and let's see what go on. And then if you're not doing too well, then they might bring Rude in or bring someone in. And maybe it's for financial reasons. I don't know. But I'm just hoping that they've put a contingency in there for him not working out. And obviously, maybe in the long run, they save more money somehow. They've put it in there that maybe if he doesn't do certain things, they can pay the certain amount by a certain date, and that's it. So maybe they've figured that out, and they don't mind kind of burning some of this season to see what go on. Because a lot of us are thinking, why waste the season? Let's go straight into it. But maybe long-term wise, they feel like it's better in terms of how they've done it. Let's see how it goes. Even if we waste 6 months and we get them out by December or get them out by next season, maybe they've got a plan. So it's not looking good, bro. Liverpool bopped us at home, bro. They were having fun. They weren't even in second gear. And the team was absolutely shocking for me. The goals were kind of individual errors and stuff, but what we can always all agree on is that Ten Hag didn't set the team up correctly. So as much as we're not scientists and we can't kind of pinpoint exactly whose fault it was, you might say it's Casemiro's fault. You might say Kobe Mainoo. You might say, okay, it's the way they're set up. One thing we know is that they're not set up in their best way to get the best out of them. That's one fact. From when Diallo didn't start, he's been our player of the month. He's done loads of things. That spoils the chemistry. We've already started the season with a setup. Let's carry it on. Fair enough, we've got injuries and that, but let's at least carry it on so that we can see the team build a chemistry between each other. You feel me? So, yeah, bruv, it's just a joke thing, bruv. So, 3-0 whitewash at home to the Scousers. I hate Liverpool. I hate them, bruv. I hate them. They're just dirty scousers. I hate them, bruv. And the man's getting wiped at home. Imagine all the fans that came there. And when you're at home, you have a sense of confidence. You feel me? But then I'm hearing Ten Hag is getting booed and all of this stuff. Let's be realistic, guys.
It was a substitution, yeah.
Yeah, they booed at the subs and that. And realistically, I agree. I know Rashford put some things on the plate for Xerxes, but at the same time, I'm not going. Xerxes should finish those goals, but at the same time, he's fresh in. Like, let him build. You get me? He's got a little bit of a blight to say, okay, you know what? I could have done better there, man. I should have scored, but cool. You know what? I need to pattern up. Cool. I don't have much pressure on Xerxes, but just the way let's be real, yeah. What confidence do we have in this guy? I'm trying to talk from a standpoint where people think we got an agenda and we just hate Ten Hag, so we're just waiting for his little fuck up so we can get onto him. No, come on. Like, what is he doing for us that gives us faith that he can at least play better football this season? Yes, he can scam trophies. I can't lie. I give that to him. You get me? He's on his cup thing. He knows how to get a cup. Maybe the luck of the teams that we've drawn are play a part into it as well. But then we beat the likes of Liverpool and City and that. So Ten Hag can really do it. You get me? He can really do it. You get me? Some people want to say them man were drunk and whatever, cool. But realistically, them man are good enough even on a poor day to beat most teams in the league. You feel me? So especially United. So yeah, bruv. I don't know. I just want to know what faith we can hold on to say to us that Ten Hag's going to do better. I can't see it. There's nothing he's doing. All he had to do for me is start picking the right lineup and set the team up correctly. Have a good rough idea, a rough plan of how you play these teams. He's already making mistakes, picking the wrong people. So he's not picking the right lineup and he's doing subs too late. He was good at that before. So he's just showing that he's stubborn. I know we could talk about the whole Sancho thing and should he have stayed and all of that stuff. But clearly what we can see at this club is that Ten Hag doesn't have good communication skills and he's too stubborn. And he doesn't care about the betterment of the team. Because if he cared about the betterment of the team, bro, if I'm a manager, in music, if I want to utilize my resources around me, I'm going to put away my stubbornness because at the end of the day, we all win. So if someone like Sancho, just to quickly touch on it, is you two don't get along, but you can clearly see we need a winger. How long are we going to play Rashford for? Are you telling me that on a bad day, we can't get even a bit more out of Sancho? You get me? So fair enough. That's the one thing. But I'm happy. I don't mind. He's sold. I wish he didn't get sold, but he's sold. Fair enough. Maybe he shouldn't have gone to Chelsea because, you know what I mean, that might come to, bite us back later on. But it is what it is, man. He can't play against us this season. And we're going to get a little change.
Is that in the loan deal? Because people was asking.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I heard. He can't play against us this season. I think it's up to Ineos, but I think they've said he can't. I could be wrong in it. But apparently he can't play us, and then we're going to get a little change. At the end of the day, it's not Ineos' player. They've got some bread back for him. I like the way they've been doing business in general with the teams, the players we've let out, and the players we've got in. So I'm not on Ineos too much. I expect them. I'm on them in a sense where, please, guys, watch Ten Hag. If Ten Hag's not patterning Ineos, I want to see something now. Get me? If we're getting to November and we're not seeing nothing, Ineos, you best have a plan. You feel me? So that's the only way I'm on Ineos. Other than that, they've put everything in Ten Hag's position. They've basically closed off all the things he was complaining about. He was talking about depth. He was talking about injuries. He was talking about profile players. He's got a full 11 realistically at his disposal that are completely different players. He doesn't have to play Bruno and Rashford, and he can still have a fresh 11 of most of his players, bruv. So we can get into the whole Bruno and Rashford stuff as well. But yeah, generally, I'm not feeling good, man. Like, I remember I sent it to the group chat. When we was losing 2-0, not I typed, in the man talk group chat, I was like, this is bad. I literally typed, this is bad. Yeah. And Rance was just laughing because he realizes I'm thinking, shit, this is bad.
It's that new season optimism that disappeared.
Yeah, bro. That's it. And that's it. The optimism kind of blurred the lines and made man think, okay, you know what? It made me think, and this, do you know what it is? And I can be honest, because I didn't have faith in it. But I said, even just that little, all right, cool, let me see. I shouldn't even be thinking that. He hasn't provided enough evidence for man to think, all right, cool, let me see. If the first game he set us up mad, playing in a certain way, not the greatest football, but at least just pick the right players, subbed at the right time, I might say, all right, I've got something to look into the next game. Next game, he picks the right players again. All right. Now he's building his kind of respect for me to give him a chance. But from game one, he hasn't done nothing, bro. Game one, and we know his problems, and he knows his problems. So as much as we've got Wilcox, Ashraf, and all these man, and Rude right next to him, Ten Hag is still going to do what he's going to do. And I don't get why he thinks... I don't know what he's on, because surely he's not playing to try and win. I don't... Nah, man, let's deep it. Is Ten Hag really playing to try and get results, knowing that he's going to get sacked?
Nah, he's trying to get...
And he's still being stupid.
He's trying to get results. Then. Yeah, he's just not a very good manager. He is trying... Don't get misunderstood. He's trying to get results.
Yeah.
That is the aim.
And he's lost. He's lost. He hasn't got nothing there. So, man, I don't have no faith, man. I want to turn around and look like an idiot. I don't mind the whole chat laughing at me and saying, Ten Hag proved you wrong. Because what do we get in the end? My club. I can celebrate my club, kiss the badge, and start chatting shit to the rivals. But I can't do that right now. You get me? So, realistically, what faith? Now we got international break. You get me? Kobe Mainoo's dying in the midfield. We can have that debate about Casemiro, but realistically, well, like Musa said, all roads lead to the dugout, and these players are not even getting set up in the best way to get us for us to optimize the best out of them. So what do we care about the individual mistakes? Because they're set up to fail anyway. So, yeah, bruv. Yeah, man. It's past looking at the players now for me. Let's get a manager in that can just set this team up correctly, bruv.
So you've had enough. So you've had enough.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I want to say the 10-game thing, but that's cap. It's cap, bro. It's cap.
Hey, man. Let me tell you something. About these 10-game people.
And that's only and Eddie, just to add on to the 10-game thing, that's only because I'm feeling bad for them, man. Them Ten Hag inners. Let me just be a bit cool because I'm a compromising guy. But other than that, bro, based on facts and that, it's cap, bro. Anyone that believes in the 10-game thing with nothing to show for it is cap. And the only way, one more thing to say, the only way you can go this 10-game thing is if in the next 2 games you start to see something. But from now, right now, during this point, from now, you can't say 10 games, bro. Cap.
It's ketamine. Rhino, that's what it is. I think that's what they call the kids call that drug these days. It's called ketamine.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, for you to say you have 10 games to make a decision when you've had 2 years.
Yep. Yeah, all this new season's bullshit as well.
What are you doing?
Bro.
You had 2 years to make your mind up, but you need 10 more games.
Exactly. Slot. Embarrassing, man. That is what I thought to add that bit on. Embarrassing. Boy,
Not just him. The Brighton
guy. Newbies, Bro, now, that's mad.
If Fulham actually had a striker, actually had midfielders, not named Manches'Ter and Iwobi, they might have got something out of that game.
Yep.
But what I have to say to them is I think they should support another club, because I think they've forgotten who and what we are exactly.
They've forgotten. Facts.
We're the biggest club in England financially. And when it comes to the modern era, when black and white people can use the same water fountain, we're the most dominant team England has seen. Now, those Scousers love to bring up trophies from the Stone Ages that were actually made out of stone and wood. That's okay. Have fun with that. But you're not like us. A building.
I think he's just clipped off. He'll be back in a second, people. But you lot, run up the likes. Continue to share across all the socials. Just under 70. Please share across the socials. Open up some new tabs. Let's get us over 70 people in there. Let's get up to 50 likes, because we ain't even at 50 likes. That's terrible. Like check 1212. Hit that subscribe button as well. In regards to what Rhino was saying and what Eddie's saying, I've said it many a time. Where Rhino's at, I was at before the season. That's why to me there was no second chance. There was no let's see. The team is not very good. The manager's not very good. And nothing was going to change. Jez mentioned it in the chat. You don't become a better manager overnight. And all the mistakes he was making were basic errors. It's where he was being tactically out coached.
And that's all he can fix, Flawless, All he could do is fix his errors. He can't get better. He can just fix his errors. But yeah,
and the errors are easy. Yeah, it's cool, and the errors are easy to fix. Like if we were just a cohesive unit that were defensively better, like in his first season, I go, okay, it's not ideal football, but at least it's effective. I'd be like, that's cool. That's fine. I said this during last season. Just go back early on last season. Just go back to what you was doing in the first season, and it's cool. That's where I was at bargaining. Just do that, and we'd be all right. And he refused to do so, and has refused to do so since. Yes, you mentioned he's won the 2 trophies. He's capable of that. But that, you know what? That's not good enough for Manchester United. Most other places, that's good enough. Most other places, you can do that, and that is good enough. You can win cups. You can win an FA Cup. You can win a League Cup, Europa League, Conference League, etc., etc. But at Manchester United, that's not enough. You need to, one, be competing for the top trophies. That's always been the aim. Manchester United, Eddie just mentioned it in regards to United being a financial juggernaut and just the size of the football club. One, the aim should always be to go and compete for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. 2, also on top of that, playing good football. This is what is expected of you. This is why you are paid so well. This is why the manager is paid so well. This is why the players are paid so well. This is why the staff is paid so well. This is why everybody at Manchester United, in regards to the football side of things, is paid very well. This is why Barad is paid so well. This is why Ashworth's paid so well. Wilcox, etc. There's a reason for that. So that is always the aim. People like, you want everything. Yes, that should always be the aim. Now, is this team good enough to go and win a Premier League or Champions League? No, but the aim should be that. We should be seeing improvement. 100%. We should be seeing 100%. Steps towards that. The steps towards the goal. That's what it should be. And there's no steps. Finish 8th. What are we talking about here? Are we on? Someone mentioned in the chat of Manchester United in the modern day era finished outside of the Champions League places 2 seasons in a row. I don't believe so. And if we keep this manager for long enough, which I believe we will, I think at least March, April, he'll probably still be here, because I don't trust any of us to sack him. We will be well off it. Now, could we go on a run if he is sacked slightly earlier? Yes, because finishing in the top 4 is not super difficult. It's really, really not. We had a woeful season last season and we're 8 points off. 8, but all we needed was 3 more wins. We lost 14 league games. We turned 3 of those 14 losses into wins. Manchester United finished in the top 4. And then we're having a whole different conversation. But I don't trust Ineos. Man, I mentioned it in the chat already about them going for Thomas Tuchel. I don't like that. But I do think Ineos have done a great job. And I've said it before. I'll say it again. Transfer-wise, the business, I think, has been the incomings to the club, the way we bought players in, the outgoings also as well. Most money we've ever made in the Premier League era. I'm all for it. Well, most ever. That's what it will be. It'll be most ever. Yes, Eddie, you back on. It will be.
Yeah, can y'all hear what I was saying?
Ever. Yeah. Go on, carry on as you were, fam. As you were.
Well, yeah, bro. It's just like I can't stand for it. Like, and then the fact that it's kind of turned into like this. I'm a true fan because I back the manager blindly, and like if you don't, you should be ashamed of yourself. It's just weird behavior. He's as much as a employee of the club as the players that you guys want to get rid of. For me, I don't put weight over the other. That's why even with the whole Sancho situation, I was shocked by how many people found this man's word to be gospel when we were praising him the entire first season for lying to the media as much as he did, because, at least he's not telling all of our information, right? Like, it's just, bro, you guys got to get some cojones, bro. Shout out to my Spanish folks. Y'all got to get some balls about yourself and really stand on some real shit. Like, again, you can have your opinion, but realistic opinions are based on factual information and evidence. And if you just out here saying you want to back the manager blindly, like, what are you even doing that for? What are you wasting your energy? Because the only people who try to sell you on bullshit like this are scammers, bro. I think scammers and Ten Hag-inners are the same, like in the same family of people. They will go to great lengths to sell you on some bullshit. We all know it's bullshit, but you still gonna put time and effort into telling me how this bullshit is God's gift to earth. It don't make sense to me, man. It really don't. So I don't want it to continue, right? But if it does, like Rhino said, it's fucking bad. It's bad, bro, because there's nothing to get out of this season. Not a Europa League, not a FA Cup, not a Carabao Cup. So that's where I'm at with it, man.
And that's it. And to Jude, who says, because the man I mentioned Tuchel, I disagree, he's awful, but his team's hard to get smashed 7-5-4-3 without breaking a set. When I say Tuchel's, because I think it was Eddie you mentioned about Tuchel being awful. I might have been right. When I say Tuchel's bad, I don't mean overall. Is Tuchel good for most teams? Yes. Most teams in Europe, Tuchel is the man for. But again, Manchester United are looking for that top 1% of that top 1%. That is the difference. Same way Mourinho is good for most teams in Europe. The same way Van Gaal is good for most teams in Europe. Moyes, to a lesser extent, if you're mid-table or lower in the Premier League, good for you. We've seen him get West Ham a Conference League, for example. Manchester United are looking for a whole different level of manager. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's levels to this. I don't think people realize this. The Tariq said he cooked at Dortmund. How long ago was that, Tarek? But yeah, that's the point I'm making. Do I think Tuchel is a good manager overall? Yes. But if you're trying to get to the very top, which Manchester United are, is Tuchel the guy? No. We watch what happened at Bayern Munich.
Respectfully.
Go.
Let's not bring a Dortmund campaign into an idea of what Manchester United could be with them type of manager. I'm just saying. There's a reason Flawless was on here. I was on here. We're like, you know what? It would be a good link? Hansi Flick. And now what is Hansi doing at Barcelona? We sat here and we said Hansi would be a good pickup for this club because of his heritage. What he's about.
Mm-hmm.
But he went to Barcelona. And now y'all see Barcelonians actually think something of themselves this season. So, but hell, what do we know, Flawless? We just like bashing on the manager. It is what
a lot of people weren't. This is how man was not watching Bayern outside of the Champions League. And what's crazy in the chat is the people who actually watch the Bundesliga week in, week out, the two people in Jez and Steve, are the ones telling you how bad he is. Tells you all you need to know. And I watch bits and pieces of Bundesliga and them in the Champions. They're not so good. They weren't. Even against Arsenal, they weren't good. Yes, they knocked out Arsenal, but they were not good. Like let's not do this. So with Tuchel again, good manager to a level, yes. He's one of the better managers out there. Also, yes. But Manchester United are not looking for that. We are looking for a manager to go and compete with Pep. That's the aim. We are looking for a manager to go and compete with Ancelotti. That is the aim. Now, will you go and get that season 1? No, but I'm talking about further along the line. Year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. That's the aim. The aim is for Manchester United to go and compete for Premier Leagues. So it's probably more than likely going to be Pep and Manchester City. The aim is Champions Leagues. So it's probably going to be Ancelotti and Real Madrid. Now, there'll be other teams in the mix. Maybe a Liverpool on the slot. Maybe Arteta and Arsenal in Europe. Maybe a Bayern Munich, depending on who they get. Maybe a Flick, for example. Maybe an Inzaghi at Inter Milan. But the point I'm making is here the names I am talking about. We are talking about Pep and Ancelotti. Now, are you going to go and get a manager that's better than those two right now? No. They're the two best managers. Whoever you have 1 and 2 is up to you. But the aim, people don't understand this. The aim, the goal is to go and get to as close to them as possible. Because will there be managers who are on the level of Pep and Ancelotti in the next few years? Yes. The aim is to go and locate that person, though. Even if they're third, but they're a close third. Or let's say they're a reasonable away from being at those two. Because if you have a manager of that level, and then you give him a good team, maybe a team that's better than what City have, a team that's better than Real Madrid have, or even if on the off day, they could do something. I don't think people realize this. We'll talk about, we want to go and win Premier Leagues, but then don't want a manager that's near the level of Pep. Or we going to go and win Champions League and do what Real Madrid do, but don't want to go and get a manager the level of Ancelotti or close to Ancelotti. Same with the players on the pitch when you look at City squad and you look at Real Madrid squad, because they're the two best teams in Europe. So what are we doing here? What are we talking about? So is Tuchel that? No. He just failed. We just watched him fail at Bayern. Why would you go and pick him up? Makes no sense.
The only way you pick someone like Tuchel up is because you're just desperate because Ten Hag is whack. That's why.
Exactly. Hear what you just said there, Rhino. Desperate. And when you're making decisions from desperation, that's like making decisions out of emotion. It's not normally the best decision. Bayern like Tuchel, who just failed. Bayern wouldn't do that. Bayern wouldn't come and get a failed Manchester United manager. Let's roll reverse.
No, it is flawless. You feel like a nice steak or like a nice Chinese, but you're so hungry you just eat McDonald's. That's what that is.
You just eat because you need to, and
Bars.
just because you're hungry don't make it good food. Because you're hungry and it's the only place open don't make it good. It's Tuchel. They got no Tuchel in name only, and I rate Tuchel. I thought he was very, very, very good at Chelsea.
Yeah.
But at Bayern, he was awful.
They should not have let him go. Still, in my opinion,
he was awful at Bayern Munich. They sacked him halfway through a season, and he was still on for a treble. He was still in the Champions League. He was still in the Bundesliga race, and he was still on for the Pokal Cup. And they said, you know what? Now we good. You are not the guy going forward. He could have potentially won a treble or a double or one of those 3 trophies. And they still was like, nah, enough's enough. Before even having a replacement. But that's the guy that Manchester United should go and get to take us forward. All right, bet. That makes sense. That really makes sense. Yes, Leon, what are you saying?
Big up, Leon.
Yo, the Eddie entrance, as we do. You get me?
That's it.
That's like that.
Is that what Eddie's been? Oh, yeah.
Eddie was like this. Can't remember what he was making that time. He just went, hey, y'all. You know what I mean? Welcome to Kenya. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But now, big up, man. Then what are you not saying? Who was you talking about then?
We were talking about Tuchel.
That guy. We're talking about that silly guy that's in our dugout. That stupid guy in our dugout.
The Tariq, you said he wasn't awful flawless. They wanted to keep. So if they wanted to keep him after going through their first 5 choices. That's what happened. Yeah. That's the you.
Let me set Leon up. Let me set Leon up. Flawless. What Leon? Tuchel? Would you take Tuchel at our club? Yeah.
Well, right now.
Yeah, right now. Would you take Tuchel?
Not long term. At all. Oh hell no.
See how you passed the test? I swear down, if you said yeah, I would have said you're desperate. Word to Flawless, you're desperate.
I'd take him to the end of the season, but then I'd be like, it's a waste of time. Just put Rude in it. Like, put a young guy in. Like, try the company model or the Brighton model and just see in it. Like, what are you going to lose? Like, they're not going to do worse than this. So
it is. But yeah, Leon, what we were talking about initially before we got to that, we went to Ten Hag. United, is the season, I know I said have a good season. Is the season salvageable in your opinion?
You're loving this because you got every man to predict on here 70 goals. That's what you did.
No,
predict the league position, and now you just rub it in everyone's faces. I hear it. Listen, am I wrong? Am I wrong, chap? Trust me.
Don't do that. I just asked you, man, the questions. If you man wanted to say 70 plus goals, and
I know he's got a little book there, Rhino, by the stream. He's got a little book of all the people that said it, and when they said it in the day,
that's what they call
it. Do you know it's just the XP, man?
I just asked the questions, I just asked the questions.
He's been doing YouTube for so long, innit? He's trying to bully us, fam. Set us up, bro.
You gotta remember with Flawless as well, he's a rapper as well. So he definitely would have clashed back in the day. So
he's got the bars.
The guy that actually put in the back. Do you know what I mean? Actually sitting in the back said, yeah, before you clash, you're cool, bro, and then used that against you on stage, innit? No, not with me. Like, you know what I mean? So I
just be asking, all I did was, hey, how many goals are we scoring? Predictions in regards to, I didn't actually write you man's down. That was for the fan calling show. So it's like, yo, the chat though, Leon, as does Eddie, as does Rhino, as does everyone else. But I'm saying 75 plus goals. All right, bet. I'm saying third and fourth. You know what I'm saying? 3 games in, it's changed. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing, hey, we might not get 60. I'm hearing we might not finish top 6. It's crazy.
Madness.
Now, I think I went down to like 55. I think that's accurate.
I said 65, so.
See, that's not too outrageous. You know what I'm saying? That's about right. I said like 60.
What was the question? Are we having a good season?
No. We're not having a good season. Can we have a good season? Like, is the season salvageable? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Prem can change quickly, innit? Like, salvageable is for me top 4, innit? Like, or top 5, or some sort of progression, innit? You know what I mean? Because really and truly, if you're gonna be 6th, then push on for 4th. But I feel like it's going exactly the way I thought it would go. Like, obviously, people having a meltdown after 3 games, but I thought it'd be 6 months of pain, and then he'll get sacked and stuff, and then we'll move on to better. I just feel like it could be sooner, though, to be fair, because it's to say that when Ten Hag first came in, I was happy with him definitely for the first like 5 to 10 games, innit? Because he was kind of doing things that I wanted him to do, in it. Like, he was hooking players off at a time. I'd literally be watching the game and I'd be like, oh, he needs to come off now, and then 5 minutes later he'd be coming off. Or he'd be picking good selections, or he'd play that double pivot. But if he continues to be stubborn and live and die on his hill, he's gone. Then I don't think they're going to wait 6 months. I'll be real with you. Like even the next fixtures are not.
So you think he's gone early? Let's say, for example, we lose to Southampton, lose to Palace, draw against Spurs. You think they could get rid of him?
No, I think maybe first 10 games.
So you get to tell.
So what would that take us? November?
I'll tell you now. Give me a
Would
sec.
that be
I'll tell you
Wait,
now.
I've got accounting in here the Europa League games as well. We've got a few of them in it.
We got the EFL Cup against Barnsley, and then obviously Europa League against 20 this month as well. But Southampton's game week 4. Palace game. Southampton away is game week 4.
20?
Yeah, 20. The Dutch side. Southampton game week 4. Palace game week 5. Spurs game week 6. Villa game week 7. Brentford game week 8. West Ham away game week 9. Chelsea game week 10. That's 2nd of November, so that's game week 10. Obviously, there's Europa League game in there as well.
That should be some wins. That should be a few draws. But the way we're playing right now, Brentford will be looking to. Do you know what I mean? Imagine Brentford come and do us like after losing Tony and stuff. That's mad. That is mad. But
Green Goblin will get his get back. That's all I know.
What was I gonna say before?
Yeah, go.
There's a few elements in here. Like the first one is how we're actually playing, because I feel like they're not as focused on the results this season. Like I think they would take, if a manager was doing top 6, but they could see a lot of progression on the pitch. They could see some players that improve, some youth coming through. They could clearly see the players that are struggling, so then they've got an easy window, next window. Like I'm talking about Ineos now. Then I think they would take that. I really do. Because if they could see the fans were happy with the football, we were scoring a lot of goals, maybe we was drawing a few games that we should have. Do you know what I mean? Like if we were getting 2-0s and 4-0s and stuff like that, I think they would take that. But the other element that I think about it is the contract. We don't know any details about Ten Hag's new contract. And that could be a pivotal point to this decision. Because if they have a contract whereby come January, the price to get rid of him significantly goes down, then they may wait it out till January to save 2-3 million quid. But I don't know. I guess that's not in their flawless because he's got till the end of next year and then the year after, any. So
I just hate the fact that that's even a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's how they're thinking because they're trying to penny pinch a little bit. They're trying to save
penny pinch at Manchester United.
But you know what's interesting? You're right. And I doubted you before where you said about like you just get him out and get a new manager. Why are you worrying about blah blah blah? I thought the De Zerbi fee was a lot more to get him than what it was. In reality, it was about because Ten Hag's new contract. Can you find out how much more we had to pay him with the new contract for the extra year?
Oh, let's see. Hey, chat. Do any of you lot know? Please let us know if in the chat.
Let's just say it's 2 million. The De Zerbi fee was 5.5, 6. So it's not a big difference, especially with the wages that we asked off.
The De Zerbi fee was definitely United could afford it. Put it that way. If United wanted to go,
he wanted like 8, 9, 10, but he went to Marseille for 5.5, 6.
Yeah, if he wanted to, that's why I'm not hearing about this fee. I think it's just an excuse. I think they just kept him because they wanted to keep him. I don't think they was penny pinching. I think they wanted to keep Ten Hag. Like that's what ended up. That's why they did an assessment. They did an assessment, kept the manager. If you didn't want to keep the manager after the assessment, you get rid of him. Now, was there other circumstances potentially in that? Yeah, but I'm not even hearing the whole. There was no one else out there. Just lazy.
No,
you're not fit. You're not fit for purpose if you can't get a manager that's better than Ten Hag.
There's a part of me that.
Before you go, Warrior Jake, Ten Hag's new. What was the question? Do you ask Leon? What was it again?
So let's just say like his contract ended at the end of this season, his original contract, and it was like £9 million to buy him out, With the extra year, how much more did they give him? So did they go, here's 2 million quid for the extra year, or was it 3 million?
I think they did. Yeah, I think I could be wrong. I think they readjusted everything and then extended it. So they extended it, but they rearranged the terms.
Any more cash?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they put something in place so that if they do let him go, it's going to be way cheaper.
Yeah, but they must have had to outlay. You can't add another year without outlaying, right?
Because it's an extension, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's not a new contract. It's actually an extension.
You're paying the
wages. I think because it's a contract now. I think whatever adjustments they made took into account like maybe some type of payment situation where he gets it in pieces. Whereas maybe if they were just to outright fire him on the spot, everything that he could have been owed, he'd have to be paid in that particular moment. So
the first report online says he takes 25% reduction next year anyway. So Rhino might be right, you know. They might have negotiated something crafty where they used a bit of wages from a player to thingy. But yeah, I've been torn between two ideas, Flawless. You're not wrong for thinking that they were maybe lazy or they didn't want to. They prioritized a different position when it comes to the manager. So, e.g., they did the players, the backroom staff, and then they said, let's hold it to the manager. I actually think they may be doing a full reset of the club. There's a part of me that thinks this, where they're going, all the complete, because they're listening to the fans and the media. So they may be playing a game to try and get everybody on side at the same time. You know what I mean? So they might say, some of these players that you fans don't deserve to be here will get another year to prove it. If they're not, our system will show that they're exposed and they're not good enough, and they will be moved on, because this summer we've shown you that we've moved a lot of bodies on. Yeah, because they moved a lot of players on this summer. I didn't expect them to move this many and bring 5 starters. I didn't expect that. They may have gone with the manager. You've been banging on about you haven't had structure for years. Yeah. We're going to give you everything that you need. Now you have to produce. If you don't, it makes us look better anyway, because we've given you everything. And we can show as an example to future managers, if you do not deliver, you will be axed. Do you know what I'm saying? We'll give you everything. So I'm not sure whether it's a cultural reset or whether they just were lazy with the man. I'm kind of torn. We're going to find out. But yeah, I just don't see them Flawless, seeing the whole season through and it being mediocre. I can't. The way their faces were, I can't do that.
I agree with you.
Their faces were mad.
Yeah, it was crazy. I agree with you in regards.
Yeah.
Him being sacked. It's just my problem is not if he gets sacked when. I think the earlier he gets sacked this season is salvageable still. We still have a good season.
If he gets sacked in March, we're effed. Our season's done. It's awful.
If he gets sacked earlier, Europa League is there. I'm saying. FA Cup is there, League Cup is there. If we are still in these competitions, is the point I'm making. Now, do I think he'll be good enough to navigate through, even Ten Hag navigate through the new Europa League standings? Yes. Could we easily go out of the League Cup with a tough draw? Absolutely, yes. Same with the FA Cup. That's how I'm looking at it. They're the 3 trophies we're on for. Forget the Premier League. We ain't gonna win that, so forget that. But the other 3, as we've seen under this manager, well, 2 out of the 3, we can win. So that's why I'm like, get him out now. Because if you get him out now, we can still have a good season. The feel-good factor comes back, and we can go on a run. Look at our Europa League games, Premier League games. It's not. Yes, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. With him, it feels like mission impossible.
You can't turn around to the squad and say win 60%, 70% of your league games, and then progress to at least the quarters or the semis in the Europa League. That's a basic manager could do that with this squad, and that's why I don't hear the argument of. I know you say a lot of the time, Flores, that the players are not good enough. They are better than what we are seeing. 1,000,000%. These are top 4 players. No question about it whatsoever. Because the league fluctuates so much. It's not like it's City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Tottenham, and then there's a 10-point gap to 5th. It's just not how it works. Like the top 2, fair enough. Liverpool, City, pretty nailed on, I think, and Arsenal probably try and fight for the 3rd spot. That 4th spot, come on, bro. We can be as good as Villa and Tottenham with the right manager. Of course we can, and that's where my issue and frustration lies. Is if we were light years behind those sides, I'd hold my hands up and go, all right, we're just light years behind. Now, can we definitely finish top 4 if we get a new manager? No, but can we compete? Yes. Easy. We were 8 points off him. As we had our worst ever return in the Premier League, worst ever, and we were 8 points off top 4. Telling me even an above average manager can't get you 8 more points. I think he can. Now, it's obviously... Well, if I asked you, Flawless, 3 games we could have won last season, you would tell me easy. You'd be like, that one, and that one we should have won,
Well, Rhino mentioned it. We got beat 3-0 by Bournemouth.
That's you were just talking about that. The 3-0 by Bournemouth, the 4-0 by Crystal Palace, bro. That's the manager.
We're owed money. Solanke got sold for big money because of us. Because of us. I mean? We're owed money.
I don't that honestly, didn't they just come back to the Prem? Bournemouth?
Was it in the season? I think it was in the season.
That squad was.
I think it was in the season. They've had a few seasons in.
They've had a few seasons. Okay, I think it was probably
4-0 to Palace is criminal, bro.
Yeah,
I don't even know how man. How did man even get duped into giving this guy a chance? 4-0.
You know why? New season optimism, Rhino. That's what it was. Structure and Ineos and Barado.
Yeah, yeah.
And see, here's where I'm at with it, right? With the manager thing. It's like a co-pilot.
You know what it is, Eddie? These man painted the restaurant a new color, but the food's still shit.
Wait, let him learn. That's hilarious.
That's what it is.
It's a co-pilot. We might have the best co-pilot in the world, but we still got an idiot man in the controls.
That's funny.
So you can tell him, hey, bro, them clouds and those birds are right over there. Let's not go over there. You know? He'll be like, you know what? I got this. Don't even trip, bro. I got this. So this is when the stewardess, the other co-pilots, y'all jump him, y'all beat his ass, and you pull him about the seat.
Wait, Eddie,
you put the co-pilot in the pilot seat. And we
Eddie, you saying that Ten Hag's trying to land the plane as a co-pilot, just auto, just hope it lands.
All he got is autopilot. All he got is autopilot. When it shut off, he's cooked. It's like that, bro.
Man said it's crazy turbulence, and you're like, nah.
I'm cool. I got this. You're still on the autopilot.
Yeah, autopilot. Through turbulence, crazy. It is crazy. But yeah, these are the next few games for Manchester United. So at home, these are Europa games. So home to 20, away to Porto, away at Fenerbahce, home to PAOK, home to Bodo Glimt. That's Victoria pleasing away. Rangers at home, FCSB.
We're holding smoke to Porto, definitely.
Let me remind
Fenerbahce, you think Mourinho's not going to come for us?
Fenerbahce as well. He's going to be.
God, that's
Mourinho.
Wait, hold on.
When Mourinho smells.
Is that where Fred is? No, Fred is at Galatasaray, isn't it?
And Amrabat.
Where are they? Galatasaray? Are they Galatasaray?
They're at Fenerbahce. And I swear there's somebody else as well, isn't there?
Is it? They're going to,
a trip to Turkey? Are you kidding me?
I'm tired of the trips to Turkey, man. I'm tired.
Even a trip to Ireland or anything like that, like we don't know because we know his history in Europe. Like, you gave up a 3-goal cushion to Spurs, bro. You got packed up by last place Sevilla. Then you got last place in the Champions League. Like,
yeah, Fred and Amrabat for the back.
I think what benefits us though is the Europa, because of the new format that benefits us. Where it's like you get enough points, you finish in the top 9, and you get through to the next round. Which I think of these fixtures we can. Yeah, go on.
Brother.
Go on.
Coventry. Need I say more? Coventry.
That is true.
Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe, man. It's like
that is true.
Yeah.
But I think the players will I look at this and I go, yeah, as bad as we are, I think we can finish top 9. Like that's what I would have
said the same thing. But then Coventry.
That sounds horrible for us,
Coventry, brother.
I think we can know in the new format. I think all we have to do is finish top 9 to get through to the next round. And I think we can like I look at these home games, yeah. We can win those 4 home games. 20 PAOK, Bodo Glimt, Victoria P away, Rangers at home. I think we can win those. Like, don't get misunderstood. I ain't trying to see Porto and Fenerbahce.
Bro, flawless. Based on what, bro?
Yo, that we're better than these, man. That man are woeful. Like, that's what it's based off. 100%.
If we lose to any of these teams, yeah.
That's it.
Like them, I'm with you, man. Porto and Fenerbahce, I hear that. Yeah. I hear that. I am not confident. I said this whilst the draw was going on. I wasn't trying to go away to Italy, Spain, Germany, France, Portugal. And I added Turkey into that as well. I wasn't trying to go away to any of them. So the fact we got Porto, the fact that we got Fenerbahce, I'm not with. But I look at the other 6 games, I go, yeah. If we can't beat Bodo Glimt at home, pack it up.
Nah.
Where are they even from?
They're from Norway, bro. They come
back it up, man. If we can't beat Bodo Glimt at home, man, pack it up, man. I should be able to be in the dugout and we beat Bodo Glimt at home and Victoria P.
Wait, who was the manager when we had a life or death with that team who has got the changing room underneath the stadium?
It was probably Oli.
The Greek team. What was it called? Ammonia. Who was it? Was it Oli? Ammonia.
No, Ten Hag.
Was it Ten Hag? No, it wasn't.
Yeah. That was with Ronaldo. And
I'm sorry, man. We got to be able to beat Bodo. Like 20 there, good side, so they're going to have a certain level of ballers. I get that potentially, but if we can't beat Rangers at home, yeah, go on, Nero. Go.
No, because Bodo Glimt, they search out, man. Them man slapped up Jose, bro. I think they gave him a heavy score, bro, like 6 or something.
Mad. I'm sorry, man. We can't beat no.
Oh yeah, man. I'm cashing in my stocks for Onana as well. I'm saying it now. I'm cashing in my stocks.
For real? You done? Yeah.
You finished. Yeah.
Nah. You sold it too early, man. Too early.
Sold it too
I
early.
don't mind. As long as I get my money back, I don't even mind about profit.
Ain't even no money back. You just gotta give them away, right now.
Yeah. That guy, I swear down, bro. My brethren warned me, bro. I was having a debate with my brethren. Yeah, big up my guy Jamie. He's in Liverpool at the moment. I mean, no, he supports Liverpool, but he lives in Norway, innit? Bro, he's like black goalkeepers, Rhino. Black goalkeepers. Then I'm in some group chat. All them are getting onto man. Black goalkeepers. Do you know the copium that I was battling these man with? I was like, nah, man. Trust me, my man's good in the ball
This
and
one's
that.
different.
This one's different, bro. Trust me, we're gonna change it. And then them man, like, look at the history and all of this stuff. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, like I said, Ten Hag has set these guys up to fail, so we can probably definitely get Onana in a better situation where we
100%.
protect his deficiencies. Use his ball. I believe his ball kicking is better than what we're seeing, and also I believe that if he's receiving less shots, then we just don't get to see that bozo-ness. But that stuff he does with the bottom, just when you lace it in the bottom corner, and he just does some, bro. And I see some clip. He was doing it at thingy as well, Inter as well, bro. Bottom corner, I swear down, he's not saving it, bro. Any bottom corner shot, bam. That's peak,
It is.
He's finished, man.
What are you saying, Nero?
I'm going to take more risk. I'm brave. Nah. Sorry, anyway, go on.
Nah, it's cool that he does. He needs to be quiet with all that. Playing bad, just be quiet. So, Nero, what are you saying? You're not confident of us getting through, finishing top 9 in Europa League out of these games?
Nah, bro, you know what it is.
Oh, top 9 in Europa.
Yeah, it's the top 9. Yeah.
Top eight, isn't it?
Is it top 8? Yeah, top 8. Then I stand corrected.
And then the other 8 have to play some dirty little two leg.
Then 9 to 24. All right, we'll finish top 24. That's playoffs.
Okay, you lot explain this. What's this? I don't get what's
24. We will.
What is this?
Man said a competitors medal.
Yo,
is it a new format?
No, yeah, it's a new format. So how it works right now is it's 36 teams, and then all of the teams you play, 4 teams at home, 4 teams away, but it's all different.
It's
not like the usual thing. Yeah, it's not. And then the top 8 automatically go through to the round of 16, and then 9 to 24 they play 2-legged playoffs against each other.
Horrible.
So that's why I'm saying there.
Nasty work.
I'll pull it up now. 1 second. Bear with me 1 second.
So basically, Flores, what you're saying is, have you ever seen the film Meet the Fuckers, where the guy goes back to? Have you never seen it with Ben Stiller in that? Basically, he takes his missus back to his parents' house, and his dad's got this like shrine of all his like crap medals in it. So like 9th place in the race, 12th place. Basically, that's what you're saying, Flawless.
36. So you play 8 games. So obviously, first to 8, they go through automatically, and then 9 to 24 play a 2-legged playoff. So it's like, all right, we at least going for worst case scenario. We finish top 24.
Oh, that's awful, Flawless.
No, but he's right though. He's right. We can.
Worst case scenario, we finish top 24.
What is the point of all of this? I don't get. Why are they doing this?
Format, you know
more
what
games, more games.
Yeah,
bro.
it's more games, and you know what? You actually get. I'm actually liking it, the new format. Because then you don't just get for instance, Real Madrid are playing away at Liverpool. You wouldn't get that normally in a group stage.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I hear it. Yeah.
It's like there's better games like type thing rather than just your usual one group of you got your groups of 4 and then you play everyone home and away. And it is more games. Of course, it's a money grab from UEFA. You know what they're like. Yeah, go on there. What are you saying, fam?
No, bro. I think obviously we're gonna progress through in it, but like we should be finishing first in that, but we won't be able to because we don't score enough goals, man. We don't score enough goals, and obviously goal difference now matters. It's a league format, so I don't see us putting teams away, bro. Like all of those teams that are on the screen, in my head, we should be beating them, bro. I know what we have, bro. I know what manager we have. I know the players that we have. It's not gonna work. It might work, but it's gonna be difficult, man. That's what Man United do, bro. It's gonna be a hard watch, man. I see the title of this video that says, "Can Man United have a good season?" bro, why do you do stuff like this?
I know, that's what I said to him.
What do you mean? Hey, you guys were all confident at the start of the season before we kicked the ball. New season optimism.
Nero, he's kept all the receipts
and he's
relishing in the fact that we all predicted more goals.
Let's not do that. We ain't doing that. Bro. We ain't switching after 3 weeks.
Flawless, you know what I'm saying?
This ain't you, Flawless. This ain't you, man.
We ain't doing that.
12K subs has changed you, man. It's not you.
We ain't doing that because before the season started, that was public enemy number one. It was, we can get 85 league goals. We can get 80 plus league goals. We can finish top 3 and top 4. Are we just going to forget that? Huh?
Yeah.
We just going to forget that didn't happen. I was
Said had to hold court for that one still.
We got new players. Maserati, Delit, Euro, Xerxes, Agate, and we were magically going to change. Let's not do that. That's not what we're doing.
Man, we're finished, man. This show, always makes me hit rock bottom with Man United. I swear down.
Yo, because you know what's crazy? If I would have put this title before the season started, everyone would have been all for it. Everyone would have been all for it. Don't change now. 3 weeks in. If I would have put this, this ain't on me. Don't do that.
Flawless. It's a problem. This is a problem. This is a serious problem. I'm this deep in this now. Bro, do you know how stressful it is to watch Man United? Like, do you know how uncomfortable, and a man still goes? This is toxic, brother. Man has to start using our common sense and start boycotting these matches. Because, bro, the way man feels after a game is like the Liverpool game. I actually stopped watching it. Normally, I firm it. I turned it off. I said no. Then I was kind of watching it in the background, like, bro, this is bad, United, like, bro.
Randall, you know what? Fam,
go on, Nero.
You see what you were saying, yeah? I was watching, I was watching the highlights back.
Yeah.
Again, you know YouTube, they did this recommended thing. So I'm seeing, I had to watch that the 7-0 game just came back on. And, when we got smoked 5-0, and then I think the 4-2 game, Liverpool have done us.
They've done us, bro.
They've done us over these years, bro. And it's like, what's crazy, this is how you know we haven't progressed. When we go into Arsenal away to this season, Etihad this season, you know what the tactic is going to be?
Counter-attack.
Bro, counter-attack. 10 men behind the ball. Give them the ball.
Keep the score down.
Pressure. Yep, keep the score down. Garnacho, Rashford, long ball over the top. Bro, it's just sad, man. It's just sad, bro. Like, it's not even funny anymore. Like, it's not even funny. We going into these games, playing underdog football. That's why I'm chilling right now. Ten Hag, he's gonna get himself sacked. He's gonna get himself sacked because what he's doing is not good enough. I wasn't here on the last one last week. I wanted to join, but I was out. But bro, the Liverpool, after the Liverpool game, it's like, bro, them man, they bopped us. We've been outplayed.
Nero second gear as well,
Bro, they didn't have to do anything, bro. We've been bopped.
This is peak, bro.
Bro, we've been bopped by 2 new coaches. Don't underestimate that.
But we got new coaches, man. We got Hack and Rude, man. They were supposed to change everything.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that. That's not what I was told. Leon, don't do that. You was here when I was
did not say that they're changing everything.
You don't know. You didn't say that. I'm saying you was here when that was said to me. You've been on these shows when that's been said to me. I'm just saying, I was told that Ten Hag's not. He's just the figurehead. He ain't doing the coaching. He ain't doing the tactics. Ineos are dictating to him how we play. And then there's news reports coming out talking about Ineos are underwhelmed by his playing style. So which one is it? Sorry, Nero, as you were.
Yeah, but that's why I remember I had to say with this Hack and Ruud van Nistelrooy thing, how much I want to know what their input is. How much and how much I need to know because, bro,
I don't think my man Ten Hag listens to them. I swear down.
I don't think so. I don't think so too. But it's like
I see it on Ruud's face sometimes.
Who's setting up the team, bro?
You can see it on Ruud's face. Yeah.
No. From what it looks like Ten Hag's still setting up the team, bro. He picks the lineup for sure, and he's setting up the team because, bro, the tactics are awful. They're awful. I was deep in it. The man tried to play, a high press with a deep block, with a low line. How does that even make sense? How does that even make sense?
Ketamine.
Bro, that is just, that
all you have to do is sit on the halfway line in them games. You just stay on the halfway line for the whole game, bro. You get chances, bro. I swear down.
Simple basic football understanding he doesn't have, bro. He doesn't know how to set up a team. And the thing is, you can get onto players. Listen, Casemiro was awful, I think he was awful that game, but
he was.
What saved him, in my opinion, was the third goal that we conceded, because it was the same type of Same type
situation.
of goal. Yeah, Kobe got mugged on the ball. There was no passing options. And then they transitioned, scored the third goal, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you keep conceding the same types of goals, it's a system error, bro. The system is incomplete, bro. Like, man are saying, oh, wait for this player to come back. No. If the system is 30, we don't need to be waiting for players. Like, you think one player is going to change the system? Agate? Nah, bro. Agate's not changing this.
That's the hopium right
Hey,
now.
Nero, it's a joke. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they plotted on our destroyer, and our destroyers don't keep the ball. It's like, and then even then, our back four should be set up in a way that, all right, cool, if they take out our DM, there's pattern, but they're not set up correctly, bro. The rest defense is peak, it's finished.
Bro, it's mad because I don't know who comes into the Man United team and looks good. Like, we can bring Rodri. Tell Rodri to come Man United. He'll look like what he was looking like in his first season at City. He won't look good in this Man United team. Like, as much as we say, and the thing is the recruitment as well from this coach. The fact that we were saying we need to buy so much, yeah. Look, City haven't bought a lot. Liverpool haven't bought a lot. Even Arsenal haven't really bought a lot because they don't need to. Their players are good. They only need to strengthen in depth. We're buying players to play in the first team. And that's because of this coach, bro. It's because of the coach. He's buying. We need to keep spending to correct the errors of what this guy is doing. And then on top of that, he doesn't even know what type of profiles to buy. Why are you buying Agate here when you can clearly see there's no one to collect the ball in the midfield? For the way he wants to play, you're telling Casemiro to turn out, yeah. We know Casemiro is not a turner, bro. He's not like a tech man. We know what he's capable of. Like, we know that. And you're trying to get players to do things they can't do. And that's why I'm saying it's all on the manager. It's all on the manager. Everyone was saying the players last season, the players. And then everyone this season was saying, oh, no, the transfer window was good. We had a good window. Okay, cool. We had a good window, yeah. We're still playing shit football. So we know
then
what
who's
the
that
problem
on? That's been the whole thing. It's like it's just hilarious that I think there's something that came out to where even players are standing up for Casemiro now. I think there's like some article that I saw where they don't blame Casemiro's faults for him specifically. Like, he seems like he's regressing, but Manchester United have not put him in a position to succeed. I can't for the like. I asked the question, like, do y'all actually watch football to some of these people who say that stuff? Because it's like he literally played in one of the greatest midfields we've seen because there was balance and structure. And he came to Manchester United, and now he's a shell of himself. Paul Pogba, and I love this because I just think it encapsulates everything we've talked about. Before he came to Manchester United, was seen as an emerging, like, world-class talent who had the ability to do special things at a club. And it took, 3 years at Manchester United for that to all go down the drain, at least?
Facts.
And I'm going to be real. He's, ability-wise, he's way ahead of Casemiro. And even he failed. So we've had two different profiles of midfielders fail because of the structure. And it's baffling to me how they can like, I mean, it's not, because, again, fan is short for fanatic, so there's not too much thinking going on when you're rooting for your team. It's pure emotion, you know? And shout out to all the content creators out there who said this before. I think it was Nuruddin and Rance the first time I heard it. At United, we love a scapegoat, but we also love a savior.
Of course.
And this is why somebody like Bruno can have the standing that he has, because we thought it was a low point when Bruno came in. And we've actually gone even lower than when he came in, if you're being honest. And he's seen as the savior. And at the same time, Pogba is seen as a scapegoat. Now, I think
it's turned to Casemiro is now the scapegoat. But I don't think Bruno has that savior standing that he has now, because I do think people are starting to wise up as to what they're actually seeing. But
it's too late, bro. It's too late for them to realize.
That's a big thing. Yeah, Nero, it's too late.
It's too late. He's already taken us far into the gutter, bro. He's already taken us far. And then what did Ineos do? Ineos, the saviors, the best people in the world. What did they go and do? They go and gave him a new deal.
Contract extension. Just saying.
Bro, gave him a new deal, like, bro. And it's like things like that, yeah. That's why I can't be gassed. I can't be gassed. That was the moment. I don't understand, like, we could have used him to force him out of the club. Because we'll say, okay, we're not paying you. We're not giving you money. Leave. Find a new club. Saudi. You know what I mean? We didn't do that. And then now, I'm looking at the team and I'm thinking, yo, Manu can't be playing deep. I don't want him wasted there. Because don't play Manu if he's going to play that deep. Don't do it. Stop wasting his time. Stop wasting everyone's time. Playing further up the pitch. At least have him utilizing his qualities. Because I don't believe in playing a player for the sake of it. You need him to be able to show his qualities. And then now, we've got Bruno in there. And it's like, one thing I didn't like about Bruno is like, he can't be dropped. He can't be dropped, and no one can tell him anything. That was the problem for me. And have you noticed, since Oli, bro, we haven't really seen our team without Bruno for a sustained period of time.
Never. Since he's got him, you don't get injured.
Hey, but let me ask y'all something. If we're just let's put everything. I don't care about, I'm not gonna judge you. I kind of want to understand something. Who do you think is a better finisher, Kobe or Bruno?
Mano.
Bro, maybe let's
Bruno, man. Bruno, who's gonna score the penalties? Bruno, man.
The quality
he's a good penalty taker, though. I hear that. He's a very good penalty taker.
Maybe his goal catalogue, man. His goal catalogue is good. Like for someone that don't score a lot of goals. Mm-hmm. You look at the way he turns, the way he strikes the ball. You can tell, like, yo, quality. He's a threat in the box. Mm-hmm. So release him, leave him further up the pitch, bro. We're holding guys in the wrong positions, bro. And then on top of that, you've got a coach, yeah. His tactics aren't good enough. So then, not only am I playing in, if I'm mainly, not only am I playing in a position that I don't want to be in, I'm also getting exposed. I'm people calling him Mizzy. You know that guy that was running into people's houses.
No.
Man are calling him, bro. Man are calling him Mizzy and that.
That's magic,
bro. Man are disrespecting Maney, but it's like he doesn't look good in this system because of the way the manager's using him. Man's trying to use him to collect the ball from deep. No.
Listen to what you just said. No player really looks good in this system because the manager doesn't help them, complement them. Do you know what I mean? So
of course,
the back four is the back four. Do you know what I mean? Like that's a little. They could even look better, but it's like, yeah, it's mad. Do you know what I mean? So Ivorian, the topic is Man United are having a good season. That's the question.
No. I laughed. I'm glad I'm laughing as well. You know what I'm saying? That's before.
I know that's not a question.
Big up to Ivorian. Big up Surfer for this super chat. Just big up everyone, not you, Flawless, you, Wallad. Hey, fuck you too, Surfer. But big up for this.
Wallad, you know.
Shout out to Surfer every single time. But yeah, that's what we were talking about, Ivorian. Can the season be salvaged, basically? Or do you think all is lost?
The season can only be...
What, can the season be salvaged?
The season can be salvaged with a change of management. A real club that wants to salvage their season, for example, Real Madrid, when it's not going well, they don't wait until the end of the season to just let a season go by. By November, December, they're like, we're sacking you. We're going to save our season. You look at Chelsea when they sacked Frank Lampard and brought in Thomas Tuchel. They saved their season by eventually winning the Champions League. So proper clubs don't wait that long. I hope Manchester United don't wait, because if they want to save it, maybe by the end of October or November, not wait until December to get rid of the manager, make that change to salvage something, you know. But we've seen it many times that Manchester United will allow a season to run past and wait until the end of the season to bring in a new manager. We saw that with Jose Mourinho, with Oli and all that kind of stuff. Who else got sacked midway through? We've seen it. So I hope it's not the case. It can be salvaged, to answer your question.
By the way, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I've got a question for Ivorian. I was going to ask you, when do you think they'll make the decision? And why do you think they'll make the decision? Do you think they'll make it on points in the table, style of play? What do you think? The grumbling from the fans and stuff like that? Because Ineos sacked 5 managers at Nice. So I think they'll make the decision.
I think the decision has to be made on all areas that you touched on. Style of play is not at its best. Fans groaning, not the fans at Old Trafford, but the fans outside of Old Trafford, like us, we are groaning and moaning about what we're seeing on the pitch as well. And also, as we look at it now, the table will be the reason why we're still owing Barclays the Premier League some goals at the end of the day. We're in the errors, bro. Again, as we speak, and we're only
In the
on
red.
match day. Going into match day 4. So it'll be all the above that you said, you know. But honestly, if you ask me, I just want them to pick one thing and sack him straight away. You know, don't wait until it's we're not doing well in the league, or like sitting on page 2 in the Premier League and the football is still horrific. Yeah, man. But we have to click on page 2 to see our team.
I've never heard anyone say it's page 2.
Yeah. And no, there's no. Don't wait until we still can't see our style of play, and it's just things are getting worse and worse. Just don't wait. If it has to be by the end of October, do it.
I'm worrying, bro. It's gonna. I think it's gonna take a beat down. Like, we're gonna have to get popped.
Do we need that? Do we need to see that? We don't.
Mate,
it's not.
bro,
It's not a Ned Stark situation where we have to see someone's head get chopped. We don't want to be in that situation.
Because that's what these men that's the only language these men can understand. Because I've seen us get blocked here off the pitch, and only lose 1-0. I've seen us get
that's
popped,
true. That's actually true.
And the thing is, for me, in my opinion, that's worse than losing. Yeah, it's probably worse than losing a heavy score. It depends.
Nero, remember when we played that City game? I don't know if it was under 10 and it was a 2-0, but it just felt like 10-0. It was horrible, that game. And I remember that game. Oh,
and if anyone has the full link to the game,
Rhino, you're on mute.
That's where my man scored that bang outside the box, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what it is? Because it was like, I called it, you know, when you go to school and it's like the first years versus like year 11s, and you can't get the ball up, and that's what
it's
popping
it scored in like 1 minute or 2 minutes or something. I remember.
Why are you laughing at Ivorian? It's true, isn't it? You can't get the ball.
You can't get the ball off them, bro.
Big up Ivorian as well. Big up.
If you play football, everyone knows the worst type of teams to play against are the ones where you don't see the ball. You don't see the ball. That's the worst one, because you're running, you're chasing shadows. You think you're about to get the ball, they pop it. And playing against City, they just pop it. They just move the ball. So then you stop pressing, and then you find yourself standing still. You're moving around.
No, it was Oleanos against Liverpool. It was Oleanos for time.
I went through that back in the day. I remember when I used to kick ball. You know when you play your first like proper men's game against the big dogs, and then you just you hit a mad reality like raw. These ones are ballers, like they're stepping on your toes, like you're leaving that game sore. You know, you're thinking, shit, all right, cool. Like that's what Man United are, bruv. United, bro. I'm tired of this,
bro. Because the damage is that you'll be moving around, and the reason why they're passing. They're not rushing it. See, don't rush. They're waiting for you to get tired. 1 lapse of concentration, bang, play that, pass through the lines, someone turns.
And Nero, bare of them are getting half the wages our players are getting, you know.
Bro,
we've got man on 300 bags, 250 bags, crazy whack players on 150 bags. And they can't even play the normal game of ball, bro. They want to smile up on the training ground. You know, you're watching the training ground, the Man United channel. They're all smiling and busting.
It's all the facade, bro. The training's all the facade. I want to see the tactic room where they're sitting in that cinema room and man's explaining the tactics. Man's going, I want to see that, bro.
I said, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you, bro.
Ten Hag, like he can't be a real human, bro. Like I want to I would pay serious money to see one of the, like either a team talk at halftime or full time, or like a tactic breakdown where he's telling the players, all right, this is how I want you to set up. I would pay a lot of money just to see that, because genuinely, It can't be like knowledgeable, bro. It can't be, bro. And it's like we're a team that don't keep the ball here. And just to watch a team, like if you ever go to a match, bro, like you will know it's the most frustrating thing. Even when you play with someone that just keeps losing the ball, it's so annoying, like, because now, depending on the team shape, but we have to go and get back. And obviously, Ten Hag doesn't set up his team correctly, bro. Man's trying to play 3-1-6. So now, when Bruno loses the ball, there's about 4 players back, and they're not even structured. They're all over the place. So this is what I'm saying, bro. We're never ever going to move forward as a team. We can be saying this for hundreds of years, bro. We're not going to move forward until we get the right coach.
It's not even. It's on top of that. It's that my man can't even ownership in terms of telling players off. Certain players like Bruno Fernandes, evading spaces in the midfield, thinking that you're a striker in big games against Liverpool, where you're supposed to help and support your midfield and battle. He's unable to do that. Still playing Marcus Rashford as well. I'm tired. I keep saying it every week. I will speak on this. Marcus Rashford, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of seeing you on the ball. The fact that he's not performing and you want to play him until he performs. It's been 18 months. The guy's underperforming. And our manager still doesn't understand this. Drop the guy and give someone an opportunity. And this is the reason why I don't see him lasting. And I'm very sure you guys have touched on it. Ineos already watching him. They're on his neck already. Like, they was on the verge of getting rid of him. They just didn't have better options out there or people available that will come to the club and do a job. They're on his neck. He's on a borrowed time at the moment. So they're just waiting for the one clear mistake and then get rid of him. It won't last long. We'll wait. November, October.
It won't. We said this last year.
It's one of these words where he's I don't know, again, when it comes to Ineos, right? Like, I hear people's critiques of them, and I think they're valid. I really do. But I just think that everything they've been doing is measured in some way. Like, they can logically break down why they've done what they've done. And with regards to this manager, I think the biggest thing is they've given him all the tools that he may need to succeed, and he still found a way to fail. So we gave you the striker. You haven't played a system that really and truly puts him in great positions to score. I understand the 2 chances against Liverpool, but when you have a striker like that, it'll probably take you getting him multiple chances to bite at the apple for you to kind of see the results. I think the goal that he scored against Fulham kind of skewed the way that we should be thinking about him, because he's a very creative player. And I think he has the potential to be a great goal scorer. But I think right now, what he's naturally good at is just playing football and playing with others. And so you have that. We gave you a left back / right back, right? We've given you a whole bunch of people who can do a job. And we've seen through our helm, right? Because it's one thing for you to see the problem halfway through, right? Like, again, let's say, you've been sick for about a couple months going to the same doctor, but then you go to a new doctor and you still have the same symptoms. It's like, okay, there's something serious going on with this brother. And it's probably not just us with what we're doing, but it's probably what he's doing when he goes home as well. And so that's my thing with Ineos. And when it comes to specifically the manager, people, I'm just saying this manager situation, they're taking a measured approach. And I think we'll see whether or not that's the appropriate approach to take in due time. But I think because we've seen, I think we understand how this story is going to end with this guy in charge. I think they're just giving themselves time to kind of see if it's truly, because he came from Ajax. So I think they're saying, he came from Ajax. He had a structure there. While he had a structure, he was highly successful. That's the only rationale I can see from my end that Ineos could use to be like, okay, let's see how he acts when he has this structure. But like I've said before, Ten Hag is just a badass kid.
Bro, that's a scraping.
He needs boot camp. He needs y'all call it Jeremy Kyle out there. We call it Warren.
Yeah.
He needs one of them drill sergeants to come check him real quick. Talking about, I don't care. My mama said I'm gonna smoke cigarettes anyway. I'm 13. I'm grown. That's how he's acting. So get him out the paint, and then we can see what'll happen. But yeah, bro, I don't. Again, it all just with Ineos. This manager saga will be the most telling thing about them. Point blank, period. Because if they don't pull the trigger, everything I said defending them ain't worth shit. Honestly, bro, because this is what you'll be.
Before you might go, hey, just big up to Northside for the raid, man. Shout out to my G Northside. You lot, make sure you subscribe to Northside's channel. Big up everyone who's joined over from the raid. Run up the likes, though. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well, man. Big up Northside. That's bro right there, man. Every single time. I hope he's not too stressed in regards to the Odegaard injury and what's going on at Arsenal.
Oh, wow. You're taking
Odegaard's injured.
Why am I taking the pick? Yeah, he got injured yesterday. He on crutches. He's on crutches getting on the plane.
Bro.
Yeah. So no Odegaard, no Rice, no Moreno. But they got King Kai. They good. You know what I'm saying? They good.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, Leo, let me comment quickly. Yeah.
The King you said, big up the whole
Nero,
panel,
the only thing I was going to say
goals.
is, and the only thing I was going to say was Ten Hag's the kind of guy that you give a hammer to put a nail in a wall, yeah? And then he goes, nah, use this block of wood or a spanner. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's 3 hammers on the floor, my brother. Like, do you know what I mean?
You want to use the block of the wood because you special.
It don't make no sense.
Not even that. The
No
heel of
sense.
his shoes, bro. He uses the heel of his shoes just to knock that in, bro. That's how much. Guy's an idiot.
Go on,
The
Nero,
kind of
say
guy
what-
you give a fork to crack an egg and he just, I don't know, he's trying to do it with his hands or something. I don't know. He's the guy moving magic. Yeah, just madman.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, like you see that Odegaard news. Yeah?
It's so stupid,
Like-
Phil, isn't it?
I could imagine him doing it. That's
It's
why.
just so dumb. It's like, brother, this has worked for thousands of years this way, and do you know what I mean? It just anyway, never got.
No, but
People
it's
backing
his
him down,
way or the highway, and his way
Literally.
doesn't work, bro.
But
But
watching
bro,
it not work.
and he doesn't want to change it. He thinks it's working. And the thing is, yeah, with someone like Ange, for example, he doesn't change the way he plays. But
Is that egg thing got you?
I'm laughing at his comments still.
All right, see, yeah.
that's it.
You know what it is? You know when you get things as well where there's like simple processes in a workplace or like in life, yeah, and someone tries to overcomplicate something that's just simple. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like he's doing too much, bro.
It's simple, like
I would love for him to explain the 3-1-6, the advantages of playing that system on the ball, everything, because it doesn't make sense to me. It's too, and for the players that we have players that lose the ball a lot, and the transition we keep getting caught. Casemiro, there's no midfielder that can run in that pivot, that single pivot, just above the 3 defenders. There's no one that can do that. So you're killing players. There's no one that can do that. You're basically asking players what to shapeshift and stuff, and be magicians. Like this isn't flipping. What's that show, man? In Zuma 11 and that. This isn't, bro. This ain't anime or whatever that is, bro. But even with the Odegaard news, what I wanted to say, us man, yeah, we should be sitting here laughing at Arsenal, saying, "Yo, you man are finished." I can't even Arsenal's backup squad, yeah, they batter us. They move us.
That's why I'm
They
not really on
smoke
their
us.
case like that, because we're finished Nero as well. It's only
There's
like when
nothing,
I'm like
bro.
talking to them directly, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Like if I'm talking to a troops, it's like, all right, you won't get
Yeah.
the joke. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Same with the North Side, same with the Gunner, whatever, because they talk too much. So it's like, all right, cool, you're not gonna get these jokes regardless. 100 but I hear your point. I hear that.
We
100%.
can't do nothing, bro. This is what it is.
Yeah, we just long old season, man.
it's madness. Do you know what I'm
It's a
saying?
lot.
Like, it's absolute
Yo, game
madness.
week 3, you know. That's the
Ten Hag's the kind of guy, yeah. You know how to wash chicken, innit? Mum wash chicken, lemon, rete, salt, like let this thing soak, whatever. You know what I mean? Your method isn't that, yeah. White vinegar, rete. Ten Hag's like, yeah, I'm gonna take it outside and use the back hose, innit? It's like my brother. No.
Nah. Ten Hag, yeah.
No.
Ten Hag don't season it. He says, "Oh, nah." You kill the germs when you put it in the oven.
Yeah.
You don't even wash it.
Apparently.
Ten Hag's that guy. Has anyone seen the thing on Insta where the woman cooks the chicken in the bag in the sink? Has anyone seen that video?
That's crazy.
Yeah, she puts it in a bag, yeah, and basically puts the the hot tap. You know, you get them hot taps in it, and then she leaves the bag in the second sink. You know, you get the big sink and the little sink. She leaves it in the bag. Says, "Look, Lovely. Come back 20 minutes later. Chicken's done. Do you know what I mean? Like, nah, mate. Do you know what I mean? Don't work, mate.
Like, nah, I can't even cook chicken well, and even I'm like, yeah, that ain't the way forward. Like, kill all that dead. What are we doing out here?
There's bacteria in this football, bro. It stinks, bro.
It's just dreadful and woeful overall. I know you gave your.
I was just going to say quickly, the 3-1-6 isn't the problem. Like, obviously, it's the way he's playing the 3-1-6.
It's the way he's playing.
And Nero, you're right. We don't have the profiles to play the 3-1-6 effectively. If we do play the 3-1-6, if we do play the 3-1-6, you have to be very good at coaching when to take risk and when not to take risk. What players you play in and around, what players are self-aware enough. Because for me, if you'd have played it last season with like Amrabat and Kobe and then maybe Casemiro, just as an example, you could put different players in there. You coach different players. Like I've said this for time, man. You can play 3 in midfield and 2 can bomb up and 1 can stay. But you have to have that awareness of when we lose. If we look like we're going to lose the ball, be ready to make that 1 into a 2. And
it's a spacing issue, bro. Yeah. He doesn't know how to coach space. He doesn't understand spatial awareness of his players, bro. Because now, if we're playing the 3-1-6, Mazraoui's on the right. If Mazraoui loses the ball, first of all, the spaces between... I've seen a video. Pep said the reason why he plays short passing. You don't see Pep go long. He plays short passes because it's less risk. And the distances between...
And when they recover the ball, they do it in packs because they're kind of close to each other.
There you go. Exactly. Everyone's close to each other. Even the Zerbi, the footballers that he uses, or the way he coaches, the players are always close to each other.
Yes.
So that you know, okay, if I lose the ball here, there's still a lot of players that can protect the back line. We don't get caught on the break. We're not vulnerable. You know what I mean? And the thing is, last season, we said the midfield was too open. This season, the midfield is still too open. It's still too open. And then not only that, the players don't know. Look, they don't know like what positions to be in. Because even the third goal, Collier, look why was he that high? What was he meant to do? Was he instructed? I can only think he was instructed to go there. Because naturally, I don't think it makes sense for someone to be that high unless you're using him to press Liverpool's midfield, but I don't think he should be utilised in that way, bro.
Well, here's the thing. That's where the intelligence comes in from the manager, because like what he's doing is he's probably saying to the squad, when the fullbacks bomb on, there'll be space on the wing, so you can go and occupy space, drift in and out, drift in and stuff like that. Stupid. We all know in football, leave the middle of the park compact and let the attackers. The worst case scenario is wingers. And the best case scenario is a winger that's going wide and trying to cross the ball. And you'd rather have that than people running right through the middle of your team. Do you know what I mean? Because at least with the wingers going wide, you've got a chance to push the winger out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a tight angle for the cross, or they've got to have a worldie of a header. You can mark the guys in the box, but there's none of that self-awareness when it comes to that space. And Nero, that's a bad boy point, because when you neglect that space, like, how are we in positions where the fullbacks have gone and it's just like back 4 and 1? How is it 7 on 5 every time? It's 8 on 5.
And that's what Slot said. Slot said.
In it, flawless. Liverpool were just like calm. And Szoboszlai was trying to walk the ball. Szoboszlai was trying to walk the ball in. Just chilling.
Like at times, it just felt like that. Even when it wasn't 7 on 5, it feels like it's 7 on 5. Like
it was 7 on 5.
No, it is 7 on 5. Do you know why? Because look at the Brighton goal. 3 man at the back post. Yo, there's no one
that's
here.
the poor defending. Yeah. That's poor defending. Because everyone's been attracted to the ball and Dalot's back onto his right foot. Yeah.
Bro, Arnie Slot said, he left. He told Diaz and Salah, stay. Just stay.
Because he knows
1v1. It was a 1v1 situation every time. They isolated these guys. That's why Alessandro wasn't looking good that time, bro. Against Liverpool. Isolated. And when you take Alessandro 1v1, he's not a 1v1 defender. And then you're seeing him even on the ball, he was getting caught on the ball and stuff like that. You know what I mean? 1v1, for those players to be left open 1v1, is a spacing issue. It's a spacing issue. There should be players that are able to defend those situations. Because now we're vulnerable. Then, they have more players. It's like a 4-on-2 or a 5-on-3.
Also, Nero as well, I don't want to hear this stupid argument about we don't have the right players to play that, the right profiles and stuff.
It's not even players.
Because all down the league, Mandem are playing. Man, them are playing like James Milner and Gilmore were playing worldies against us. Like, brother, come on now. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's the coach, and he doesn't even know the Premier League like that. And that's the maddest thing. He just came here. Obviously, he knows the Premier League on TV, but like now he's there and he's doing it every week, and he has to. And bro, like Brian didn't even play well against us. That's the worst thing. Brighton and Liverpool
didn't play too well against us.
We didn't make it hard for them. It's a coaching issue. The coaches saw, okay, cool. It's easy for us. Make adjustments. Bang. That's what it is. But I'm gonna let you man come in.
No, it's all good. In regards to that, yo, what do we do going forward this season? Because this manager's not going anywhere as of yet. So is it just pain and suffering? Is that
pray?
It's hope and pray. Yeah?
Find a hobby.
Or crying.
Maybe therapy. For some people, it might get too dark. I don't know.
What do we legit, Eddie? Like, I'm just here. Like, he's not going anywhere. Like, let's say,
and Flawless, he's not changing his ways. He's not accepting his flaws.
So he ain't changing his ways, Ivorian, and he's not going anywhere. We have no new personnel to come back. Like, people can lie to themselves and think Hoyland gonna make a world of a difference. No, he's not. Our mount is. What do we do? Bruno or Rashford gonna play? Rhino, you mentioned this. Bruno or Rashford? Like,
we have to sit and see whether.
What if I had to pick one of them?
Nah, not even pick one of them. What do we asking you about? What do we do?
We have to sit back and we have to see whether the new structure is going to structure. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's structuring. Do you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
we asked that question, Leon tells you that it's not structuring.
We don't know. It's too early to say because we don't. If they sack him in the next 2 months and they say there's no standard, then it is kind of structuring. Do you know what I mean?
Let's say results go bad, pressure's ramped up. Do you believe they sack him in the next 2 months?
I think they do because their track record tells me that they do. However, obviously, Flawless, you know me, like we talk a lot on this, and like I'm the kind of guy that I always have the worst case scenario in the back of my head. I've told man time and time again, there is a chance that Ineos are potential Glazers, and if that is the case, and they settle for mediocrity, or trying to skimp out and save money, or they don't want to make the right decisions, Kalas, we are called. What did I call it as well? What did I call it? The trophy scumbaggers. That's our new nickname because we'll scumbag a trophy every now and then. We'll play shit football every week. Honestly, that's it. That could be a real nice scenario, you know. I said it to man in the summer. So the worst case scenario is we play dead football and Southgate comes in. So I have to put that in the back of my head.
Don't say that to me. That hurts. That scared me for a second. The word Southgate is scary.
Because 73% of ownership is still with the Glazers. And these men have not been here long enough to prove. They've proved, I can't doubt them for what they've done so far. They have moved on a lot of players and stuff, but now is the time. You put your structure in place, you put Jim Ratcliffe at the top, you put his team here, you put the manager here, you put his team here, and you put the players here. I expect you guys that if one of these components within the family tree or the football hierarchy, from owner to player, is not working, you have to make a decision because you've highlighted it. You've created a structure that highlights what's wrong. Do you know what I mean? You don't go into like a project like it's like you, Rhino. It's like you doing in the music and that, and the artist is wicked, the A&R's dope, but the producer's slacking. You don't just be like, oh yeah, he's producing whack beats, but I like him, so yeah, man, like ain't gonna sell. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Or he's not listening to your vision. Do you know what I'm trying to say, Rhino? So
it all has to be in sync. It has to be in sync, and it's very important because a valuable component like that can hold the whole thing back.
Yeah,
you feel me? So
and that producer can't lie to you and say, "Yeah, it's not me, man. It's the artist." No, the artist, and like all of us lot are agreed it's you. Do you know what I mean? So,
it's you. You're the
hug, fam.
Comment do not imitate Nathan.
Yeah, my man. Listen, it's a trap artist, and he's like, "Yeah, I definitely think we should go over guitar thing, man. I definitely think we should definitely go guitar." You know what I mean? Like, nah, brother, it's trap. Do you know what I mean? Allow it, man.
100%. Nah, that's facts. Nah. I hear yeah, exactly. See how we all are. This is game week 3. And look around. This is why I can consistently just be laughing when United are brought up and things are brought up because I'm like, yo, we're just awful. I'm like, people believe different. People still believe different now.
And this is the problem. We have sat here through 2 trophies and 3 games and can tell you it's not good enough. That should have ring alarm bell should be ringing for a lot of people. But you have people here who just have created a type of fantasy in their minds, not to what he is, but what he could be. That's all they're banking on, what he could be. Because what he is a guy who lost 7-0 in his first season, finished third.
Sorry, maybe not funny.
What a troll! Because it's funny. It really is funny.
No, do you know why it's funny? Because every stream I'm seeing with people is literally like, hopefully it'll work out. Do you know what I mean? Maybe if this comes into play,
no hope, man. It's not. Hey, spoiler alert, people. This ain't even a prediction. This is a spoiler. It's not going to work out.
Yeah, exactly.
Strap in. It's going to get 2 seatbelts. It's going to be a long season if you are a Manchester United fan, as long as this man is in charge. And if you are putting your hopes on Ineos to sack this man, that is very, very, very. You are being extremely hopeful, because they had every reason to sack him after last season. 8 minus goal difference. They assessed him for 6 weeks and still kept him. So again, don't put your hopes on it becoming we're in turmoil and it gets toxic and we're losing games and drawing games, and they still don't be surprised if they do not sack him. They selected this man.
But you know what's going to be flawless? If I'm being honest, from what I've seen, the goalpost will move so far until it's in the parking lot. It's not even on the pitch anymore, right? Like, it started out, it was he needs structure. Then they went from structure to he needs players. Then he went from players to he needs Ineos. And now we're at a place where I don't know what else they can reach for, but they'll Bikram yoga stretch.
It's only been 3 games. It's only been 3 games.
Only
been 3 games.
And that new season optimism has just been like that. Look at our faces. Look how we're talking. Game week 3, not game week 32.
Yeah, bro.
After a long season, and we've been in Europa and FA Cup and League Cup. We ain't even started the other competitions yet. We're in 4 competitions. We've only played in 1. We played 3 matches. We have
imagine watching
6 hours of football yet.
Imagine watching Baby Boy on DVD, Baby Boy on streaming, Baby Boy on BET, and still thinking the ending's gonna change.
Yeah.
Nah, fam. Jody still goes back to that girl. That's all that happens. It's still gonna be the same ending.
Yeah, it's all crazy. But Eddie, we'll go with you before we do close out. We do play Southampton away Saturday.
1-0 to United. As funny as all that shit I just said, 1-0 to United.
I hear you. Rhino, what you saying? Scoreline prediction.
You know you want to do it, Rhino. Go ahead. You know what it is.
Go ahead.
You're saying, bro.
I know it's going to be a tough game.
We're going to draw, man.
Oh, wow.
Score draw or 0-0?
I don't even know, bro. I just don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know, bro. I want to say, maybe 1-0, man. We'll get some shabby goals. 1-0.
Leon, what you saying?
Southampton. No, we'll win. But it won't be pretty. Yeah, because we have to win, because there's no the next few games.
The only way we'll win is if they're so poor. Like
Rhino, I didn't say we'll deserve to win. I said we'll win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We'll win, innit? That's United right now, innit?
If United,
Rashford will probably score, and then everyone will be like, oh, he's back. That'll probably happen.
Nah, Rashford's finished, man.
Garnacho, Rashford will score in this game. Remember I said that. And probably Bruno. Probably something like that.
There's a mod start.
You saying 3-1, yeah? What you saying?
No, I think it'll be something like a 1-0 or 2-1 or something like that. Or 2-0, I think it'll be something like that. I'm going to go with... The Southampton really that bad. I'm going to go... It's Ramsdale in goal, though. Not bad. I'm going to go with...
Ramsdale's going to be prime flipping.
I'm going to go with 2-0, because when we need to, we win, but we still don't win by the margin that we should do. We should be slapping these like 3-4-5-0. Let's be real now. And then taking ourselves back into...
Who's their players?
I'm just looking now, innit? I know Ramsdale's in goal, innit? Do you know what I mean? But Lallana, man, watch out.
He went back.
Did he?
Yeah.
Walker Peters.
Oh,
I think it's still there.
Gonna make him look like he was.
This is one of the worst Southampton sides I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, that team's bad.
This is one of the worst ones. Maxwell Cornet, remember that?
Bro, you say that, yeah, but watch them bop us off the field, bro.
Oh, they'll
their
bop
team
us.
is
I
bad
didn't say
still.
we deserve to win. I just said we're winning it.
Their team is bad.
Counter-attack FC.
Imagine counterattacking against Southampton, bro.
And their coach, he tries to play out from the back. Like, he wants to play. Like, he tries to play, innit? Russell Martin, I don't know too much about him, but I know they're not this sitting back like Sheffield, and they'll try and play.
I'm going with 2-0 win, man.
Oh, it was from the Brighton Academy. Oh, yeah, okay. Mad.
They ain't won no games, you know, except for the EFL Cup.
Yeah, and then,
they ain't won no Prem games.
Man United gonna change their luck.
No.
Nah, I'll say
this is the only game that we can realistically win out of the next fixtures.
When we have to win, he gets it done, but it's not.
Leon, you're saying 1-0, 2-1. Nero, what are you saying?
I'm saying, I wanted to say 3-0, but I know we don't score goals. But here's the thing: I think we'll win 2-0. Bruno, Rashford, and then the cycle repeats. Everyone drinking the Kool-Aid. The new batch is getting made right now.
Yeah. They whipping that up. Yeah, I was saying like it's Breaking Bad.
The humbling is coming, guys. The humbling is definitely. 100 million%.
They mixing it up with salt instead of sugar. Goddamn it!
Bro,
you got to think,
they love a humbling, man.
Yeah, you got to think. Yeah, he's picking the wrong 11s. Yeah, just quickly, he's kicking the wrong 11s, and he's overplaying certain players. That Europa run will ruin us. That's going to be a nightmare. That's going to be a nightmare. All that traveling and that. So yeah.
So you're saying what? 1-0 Southampton or 1-0 United?
I'm saying 2-0 to Man United because they know they have to win. These are the most realistic 3 points they can get out of the next fixtures, and as well, they should be angry and upset, you know, and hungry to get these 3 points. So they have to. I know we struggle playing away from home, especially last season, but against Southampton, they're not great. They haven't won a game. We don't want to be the first team that they get their 3 points. No way. So definitely, I think the team should go there, get 3 points and win 2-0 and keep a clean sheet and increase that -4 free goal difference to make it at least 3 or 2, you know, until it gets worse again.
Cool. 3-0 wins, but I'm saying apart from because Randall said draw, I'm saying 1-0 Manchester United. However, yes, when I seen this big on my nephew says stats coming out, United haven't lost in their last 15 away trips to Southampton.
We beat them, I remember 9-0 or something like that.
You know what that means, man?
He loves breaking records, isn't it?
You know what that means, man? As soon as I seen that stat, I was like, yeah, we haven't lost in our last 15 away trips to Southampton. 15. All right, cool. But hey, big up everyone that's locked in. Love to you lot. Make sure you subscribe to all the man them. Subscribe to Ivorian's channel, Nero's channel, Rhino's channel, Leon's channel. All the links are in the title. All the links for all the man them's channels are all in the title right now. So click the links, opens up new tabs. Go subscribe to all the man them. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe here. Make sure you follow the Sarcasm City TV playback as well, where you're getting NFL watch-alongs are over there now. Premier League watch-alongs on there. NBA when it starts back. Champions League, Europa League, the gaming content pro clubs, all over there on the Sarcasm City TV playback. Playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV or download the playback app from your store, people. We also on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud if you want to listen to these shows on audio only as well. But yeah, man, for everyone who's saying negative, we got pretty much all wins here. You know what I'm saying? Even some 2s and 3s. You know what I'm saying? Potential. There we go. I've said 1-0 Manchester United, but hey, we'll be here for what, but we move. But we're gonna redirect. Say that again.
12:30.
Yeah, 12:30. Early kick. Yes, early kick right on, man. Early kick.
You won't enjoy your lunch. Just tell you that right now. You won't be
early kick. Hey, you know what? Eat your lunch.
Thank God I'm not watching the game.
You see the lineup. But hey, big up to everyone that's locked in. We're gonna redirect over to Rants. Love to go. I'm live on his channel, so shout out to Rants. Love to everyone that has locked in. This has been the Man United podcast live on. Did I even set up the redirect?
Yo, people, don't let Flawless get away with it, man. Don't let Flawless collect the evidence on you and try and shame you online, people. Just, do you know what I mean? Stand up for yourselves, innit?
Am I collecting evidence or do I just get answers from you lot? You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. I just get
a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Oh, can I just say something really important before we leave? Obviously, it's a bit, not to bring the mood down, it is World Suicide Prevention Day today. So if you want to share anything, because man, them don't talk in that, innit? Do you know what I mean? Especially man, them from the culture as well. I know that from experience myself, but yeah, man, listen, just share some awareness and create that safe space, man. Obviously, people know of me. Me and my brothers have started a running club. It's a big safe space. So a lot of people open up. about being down and that. So if you, whatever line of work, whatever you guys are in the world, if you can reach out to a brother and just create that bond, even if it's people you already know where they can share stuff with you, it helps, innit? Because a lot of people just don't talk about things when they're in that space.
Especially males, isn't it?
So,
yeah, and men's feelings do matter, you know, and people don't address that at all.
Be the person that they want to call just and they don't feel judged to like open up to it and just be like all emotion. Like, if your brother wants to ring you and cry, wants to laugh with you or whatever, just be that guy where you're there for them, innit?
Exactly.
No facts. Nah, 110%. You're right, man. Reach out, people. Don't suffer alone. You know what I'm saying? Only echo what the man said and Leon just said.
Oh yeah, and to us as well, because I know Rhino, you get a lot of messages. Nage gets a lot of messages. Flawless. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people from who don't know you will message you. So
yeah. I've had that. Like, I love when I see that message in the chat when people are like, "Oh man, your content helped me through a tough time" and things of that nature. So I love that, man, to be of help. That's why it's like, yeah, we'll be serious when we're talking football, but also lighthearted and run jokes. Like 100%, it is. So yeah, man, 110%. You're right, Leon. So yeah, man, and don't be afraid to reach out to whoever people. Don't suffer alone. I'm saying, because your people are gonna miss you. Your family, your close ones, your loved ones will miss you. So like that's what you have to think about, as dark as it gets, people, for real. So reach out to whoever that is. Reach out to whoever. But big up to everyone that has locked in. Like I say, we back live tonight, 11:30 p.m. I'll be back with Vader, first crossover show, Man Them United, Man Them City podcast. So we're talking all things in regards to both Manchester clubs as well. So love to everyone that's locked in. Been the Man Them United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.